I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. Yard line.
Set 50, plant. 54.
The play fake, now White. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over.
Mike Ready? Off 52. Off 52. Hey, exit. Middle. Go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. first quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Kill, kill, kill. Alert, alert, alert. Middle.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Banjo, 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 banjo.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You got it.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump. On the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6. Seven yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, it's White. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50 and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired on. That's a big game. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. There we have
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And some space here. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj, 94 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, here's White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike, 319. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's 59.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
59 mark. Check 59.
Balaj. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, White.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
White throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's get off the field. Hey, wahoo! Mike's 59. Now watch one. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go.
Allen now on first down. He's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do is they run it here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's like 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter.
59 Mike, check, 59
On first down, Allen taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. 1 play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field. And that'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's White. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Orbit. I got you. I got you. Half 85. Half 85. I'm trying to collect. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike to 59. Let's go. Middle. Crunch. 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 Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen was going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Blue draw Corker. 36, 36. 56, 56. Smoke. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, check, 59. Let's go. Switch, switch, switch. Out, 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 out. Half, 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 half. We go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Switch up, switch up. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All day, every day, any day. Now, rush in, rush in. Alert! Come, come.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We have hit halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, on 52. Safe. Hey, tight. You go tight. You got tight. Gun.
From the gun, Allen. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Mike is 59. Mike the 52. Jet, Bubba. 22. Jet, Bubba. He's coming.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Mike,
Now Balaj. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, Allen. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Turn it up. Kill, turn it up.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy to protect you.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start... And
the pressure gets to him again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Right, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Take it at the 37. Touchdown, Chicago! 63 yards on a punt return score as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set. to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on On third down.
Down. 60 outlaw. 56. Record. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. White. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Mike 5-9. Watch the curve. Check. Stay tight. Check 50. You go.
They'll run here with Balaj. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 36, Allen connects with Kittle underneath. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Alert. Check 37.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Bears on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, let's get there. Check 24. Check 59. Let's go.
Allen to throw once more. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watch twist. Under team. Stop. Watch twist. Come on.
Now Allen on 1st and 10. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Check. 5 wide.
Throwing is Allen on third. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Now White. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. To throw, White under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Here's Allen. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got
rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and pace.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
and that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's White. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is White. Operating from the gun. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. They'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to cash.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wins championships, baby. Switch. Middle.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Watch twist. Watch out. Check 52. Half 10. Regular.
From midfield, here's Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Check 59. Mike is 50.
22 jet bomber.
We want it. Come on.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long.
Mike, Bandit. Hey, tight. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Bring it.
Hey, Echo.
Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant.
Alert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout.